Good morning, students. Welcome to 11th biology class. Just imagine that thousands of books are present in library and they are kept subject wise. Whenever somebody requires the books, they directly go to the concerned shelves and get the books. By this example, you can understand that all the items grouped according certain common characters. It is surprising to know that more than 10 to 13 million species of plants, animals, and microorganisms exist in the world. Out of these, about 2 million organisms have been identified so far. In India alone, about 48,000 types of plants and 81,000 species of animals are found. Plants and animals are widely distributed on the land and water. Many small organisms are also found in the atmosphere. Without any system and nomenclature, the study of plants and animals is not possible. So, several criteria have been taken into consideration for classification. The process of arranging a collection into groups or sets according to some common properties is called classification. Importance of classification. Since it is very difficult to study such a large number of organisms altogether, they have been grouped by certain similarities and differences. Living organisms of similar characters can be grouped and studied at the same time. Identification and naming of an organism becomes easier. It provides collection and preservation of organisms. It shows relationship between different organisms. System of classification. All living things can divide into two kingdoms, that is plants and animals. Later, due to the development of technology, microscope was invented by scientists. It's used to classify all microorganisms. So, later R.H. Whittaker from ESA proposed five kingdom classification in 1969. The five kingdom classification: first Monera, second Protista, third Fungi, fourth Plantae, last one Animalia. At the end of this session, you will be able to classify the living organisms. Let us start the class. In five kingdom classification, first kingdom Monera. Monera include microorganisms, the most primitive organisms. Microscopic, unicellular, there is no nuclear membrane, so we called prokaryotic. For example, bacteria, archaeobacteria and cyanobacteria. Second kingdom, Protista. Protista includes algae, unicellular organisms, have a nucleus, so we call eukaryotic. Here, photosynthesis occur. Locomotory organs are present. For example, diatoms, algae, euglena, amoeba, paramecium and plasmodium. Third kingdom, fungi. Fungi includes yeast and mushrooms, multicellular organisms. It is eukaryotic. Symbiotic with other organisms, there is no chlorophyll, so heterotrophic. Fourth kingdom, Plantae. Plantae includes plants. Multicellular organism. Here cellulose present the cell wall. Chloroplast is present. They are preparing their own food, so we call autotrophs. Plants divided into herbs, shrubs and trees. Last kingdom, Animalia. The final kingdom is Animalia. It includes animals, multicellular organism, eukaryotic, cell membrane present. It is heterotrophic because they are depending the food for other organisms. Once again, I recall the features of five kingdom of classification. R.H. Whittaker proposed this classification. Monera is the first kingdom. It is unicellular organism. Protista is the second kingdom. Here cell wall is present, so that is called eukaryotic. Third, fungi. Fungi is multicellular tissue formed here. Feeding habit is heterotrophic. Plantae is the fourth kingdom. Plants are formed by tissue organ system. It has autotrophic method. They are preparing the food themselves. Animals are last kingdom. The animals are formed by tissue organ system. It has heterotrophic method because they are not prepare their own food. They are depending upon the plants and other animals.